But is it possible that that particular stationery we can create for the different branches, like for operational, how much we
Automatic
cost?
payment
You know, the cost to see the cost side.
That for that we have controlling module.
Oh, it's
In
the
controlling
controlling.
we can create cost centers.
Okay.
Right? So stationery is a generic term, right?
Mhm.
But which department is buying stationery?
Yeah.
So whenever they buy it, every department will have a budget,
Yeah.
right? And they should not spend more than that budgeted
Money.
amount. So on that instance, they have to put the cost center. Whomsoever is buying stationery, they need to assign that cost center.
But that is coming in the controlling, not in
It is
the.
in control of this. So automatic payment program, which is the most important functionality of SAP, APP. What computer is Everyone has got SAP up and running, right? On your screen. Okay. APP, automatic payment program. What it does, SAP has got a functionality through which accounts payable can make payment to thousands of vendor in one go. Right? What this program does, it collects all the invoices which are pending for payment. Right? We've been buying things from different vendors, thousands of vendors. Right? With each vendor, we will have a payment term: 30 days, 15 days, 45 days. Right? Whenever that invoice becomes due, this program will automatically pick up that invoice, and whatever the mode of payment you have agreed, whether it is check or cash or backs, right, it will pick up those invoices and create a proposal for accounts payable. This is the list of invoices which you have to pay, right, which are due for payment, right? And then accounts payable can make a mass payment. Right? They can choose, they can dispute one of the invoices, they can block some invoices if there are any disputes, right? And then when they make a payment, it creates a file, right? That file we log on to SAP's bank server, and then we can upload that file. Raj, are you with me? Yeah. So once they upload that file, bank will make payment to all those vendors, right? So it's an electronic way, right? And it happens immediately as soon as we load the file. And in the evening, bank will send us a file which we can upload in our system as well, right? The one which bank sends us, it is called a statement file, right? So that statement file, we can use it for bank reconciliation purpose as well, right? Do you understand what is bank reconciliation?
Yeah.
Right?
But that file, as you said, once we make the payment, mass payment will be done, and bank will send us a report. When is it on every day or every week or?
24 hours.
We get every day that file.
No, it's normally people get every day. I'm getting every day. So
Through your bank. It is like when somebody has a big account, they got a special arrangement with the bank to get report.
Yes.
I think
And-
even that would be one of the bank software thing that it will automatically send it. No one would send it physically, I guess. Isn't
Yes.
it?
it's an agreement with the bank and the company.
Got it.
You might be paying for the service, but it must be an automatic way.
But to make a payment, you can choose to have a dedicated day. In our organization, every Thursday is a payment day when they make payment to all the vendors. And everybody knows, all our vendors knows, Thursday is our payment day. So rather than doing it every single day, they can dedicate one day. They spend about 3 to 4 hours just to make payments to different parties. Right? Now, this is a functional scenario. We understand the end user side of it functionally, how it works end to end. Right? There are vendors from whom we are buying things. We have payment terms. They send us an invoice. When the invoice becomes due, we have to make payment. Right? The mode of payment can be different: cash, check, bank, right? Backs. So in that case, being a consultant, we now have to configure the system, right? We might have one bank, more than one bank, right? I might have a business account with HSBC as well as few other bank, NatWest, right? And I can choose to operate through the system, right? Which vendor I am making payment from, which bank account, right? That I can also choose. So how we can configure this on the system? That is what we are going to learn today, right? The first thing first, I want you to create a clearing account, right? So I'll do a small accounting session first because it is very
You know,
important.
Sam, you said like automatic payment, but before we do, we need to choose on the vendor as well that how we need to make a payment, like 30 days or 15 days.
Yes, yes.
That we need to do it on the vendor side as well.
Yes, master data.
Yeah,
we
in
need
master
to choose.
data. Yeah.
That way we'll do it as well. The Bristol products here. Shall I do it?
Upside down, yeah.
Just better, yeah.
I need to buy a new one.
Nothing, instead of board, you just need to change your marker possibly.
Yeah, marker is
Because
the
last
normal
time-
one.
Last time Manish showed the marker was working very efficiently. I mean, it was cleaning up very efficiently.
No, if you clean the same
Straight
time, if you
away,
leave it for 1 week, it can dry.
Okay.
You were gonna get that
Why don't you
blackboard.
keep the flipboard?
Oh, totally forgot. I need to. Totally forgot.
Flipboard may be very
Yeah.
Okay,
Somebody
sorry.
said that. Are you the one who said that?
You can use same thing for all your batches. The future as well. You have to write it again.
Yeah, that is true. Okay. Vendor invoice. Right? Imagine if there is an ABC vendor, right? We are buying something from that vendor. Maybe we have bought 10 laptops from that vendor, £500 each. Right? What will be the double entry at the point of invoice? Those who are from accounting, I don't want them to say something, but those who are not from accounting, I want them to answer. What would be the double entry?
Vendor credit,
Yes?
on our end side it's a debit.
Sorry?
Customer,
No, there is no customer.
sorry,
Vendor credit, that is fine, but
cash,
no, there is no monetary transaction here. It is just we bought it.
Computer purchase.
Yeah, purchase.
Purchase. Purchase.
purchase,
Purchase
Let's say purchase.
Debit.
debit,
And
vendor credit,
Vendor credit.
ABC.
yeah, ABC vendor.
credit. Once we
Credit. Okay, just adding one extra thing.
Sorry, why purchase it? Is it should be bank account, isn't it?
We haven't
He's
made
not
a
making the payment.
We haven't
He's
made
not
a
a
payment.
Okay.
He just bought it.
Yes.
He's not
Just-
making the payment. He just buying
Payment
it.
we will make after we hit the payment deadline, right? 15 days, 30 days. Right? In this case, if at all we have a VAT, what would be that VAT? Input or output? Input or output?
Input.
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 Why?
Because we are paying VAT.
We are paying.
Yes. The goods. See, very simple way to understand is
VAT.
if something is coming in, input.
Yeah.
If something is going out, output.
Out.
Right? So input tax. So in this instance, is it input tax debit or credit?
It's
What
credit.
will
Credit.
no?
Debit.
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 Debit, yeah.
Debit.
Input tax debit.
See, £5,000 and 20% is £1,000 VAT, and we pay 6,000. See, even though if you don't know accounting, you got to understand you have to pay the price plus VAT to the vendor, right? So vendor won't have, like, you cannot have credit item here. So you can easily guess it must be debit. And why it is debit again? This is an asset which you can reclaim. Right? Input tax is an asset. Right? Now, this is when we bought it. Now it comes to payment. What will be the payment entry now?
Bank credit.
Right.
Okay. The bank credit 5,000, input tax credit 1,000, and vendor debit 6,000.
In payment, there is no
No
input
tax,
output.
VAT.
There is no VAT on receiving payment, making payment.
So, bank credit.
ABC.
Bank
Bank account
debit. Sorry.
Purchase
Credit.
credit and bank credit. Vendor debit.
Well, purchase won't come in the picture.
It's ABC debit and
Bank credit.
ABC debit, bank credit.
simple.
ABC will
And
I
not
think I
have
might have to do another accounting
No, no, no.
session one day.
bank
Bank
credit.
Bank debit
credit.
6,000.
Bank
No,
debit,
credit,
purchase
right,
credit.
bank is
But
ABC
vendor
debit.
debit.
How much bank is there?
Bank credit.
Bank
Bank
is
credit.
credit.
Vendor debit
Oh.
6,000 pounds.
6,000.
Oh,
Money is going
Sam.
out.
Yes.
Bank credit.
Bank credit.
I think
6,000.
Sam go the L account as well, T account, so they can know that which one is going
Okay.
in the credit side and
Yes, yes. Bank
Credit.
credit,
ABC
6,000.
debit.
ABC.
CBC
Debit
debit. How much?
6,000.
6,000.
6,000.
That's what I said.
no, you
In the second
You
option.
said output
5,000
tax, yeah.
No, in the second time.
No,
Like,
yeah,
I added
okay.
the VAT,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay, so what I was trying to tell you here, at the end of the day, the vendor account is getting nullified. In first instance, it was credited, and when we make payment, it is getting debited. So it is getting nullified. Right? In GL master record, we have got three things: without line item display, with line item display plus open item management. When we say open item management, what it means? It is a clearing account. It will have a debit account which needs to be cleared, or if it is a credit entry, it needs to be cleared. Right? By default, customer vendor accounts are open item managed. In customer vendor master record, we don't have that tick anywhere. Open item managed. By default, it is open item managed account. Right? But whereas at GL level, you need to tick that box. Right? Open item managed. So now let's do a T account for this. Yeah. Imagine this is purchase. This is ABC and this is bank. Right? So here, first entry on debit side, left side is always debit, right side is always credit. So purchase 5,000. Right? ABC credit 5,000.
Sorry,
First entry is done.
6,000. ABC 6,000.
Sorry, 6,000.
For that, we have to create one
Oh.
Input tax account.
Input tax account as well.
Yeah. So imagine this is in input tax account here. So here I'm putting 1,000 pounds. Yeah. Now for the second entry, ABC debit 6,000 and bank
bank.
credit
6,000.
6,000. So this is the actual posting on the T account, right? Those who have problem with accounts, I don't mind having a special session for them. Right? You will sit down one day, and I'll give you loads of examples. 2025 example, and we were going back to those root rules, right? 4 rules. You got to pose a question to yourself. According to this rule, what should be the entry? Right?
Okay.
You need a bit more exercise. You will get there. It's not a rocket science. Very easy. Accounting is not tough.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is clear. But here, while taking this class, I'm thinking in my bank account I have got £5,000, and when I go down and actually check it with my debit card, my balance is showing 4,200. Then I think, I had an impression that I have got 5,000. My bank is showing me I have got 4,200. And this is a normal phenomenon, right? Everyone experience that.
Yeah.
Right? We always think we have more money, and by the time then you check your electronic, not electronic, your what do you call it, online banking. Right? You will think, oh my God, where this money gone, right? So this is a bank correct in a normal day-to-day basis, right? Something you might have viewed direct debit which you have never thought of, right? You might have wrote a check and you forgot completely about that check, right? Somebody have paid you directly into your bank account. Normally it doesn't happen, right? but you are not aware of it, right?
It happens to somebody, extra money in your bank account.
Yeah, that's very rare.
Yeah, it's very rare.
It
So-
depends somebody, it happened to the old people and they always come, oh, some money has come in my account. Can you please find out? I need to pay it back. They get scared.
Yeah,
in this
this
country.
happens. So, in that case, every day companies have to do a bank reconciliation. If not every day, they might have a policy once in a week. So, what is bank reconciliation? The money which I have said I have paid, right? I'm saying bank this. I have wrote a check. Imagine for £6,000 I have wrote a check and put it on the post, and somehow it went missing, right? According to my bank books, it is showing 6,000 is gone, but that check never hit my bank account. Right? Or if I delivered it personally and that fellow has lost that check somewhere, right? In that case, the money will not go from my account. Right? So we need a confirmation from bank that the money they have paid or received. Right? So our book should match the bank statement every single day. Right? At the evening, it should match. So bank sends us a file electronically as well in company, which we can upload in our system, and it automatically does bank reconciliation. So in that case, what I'm trying to tell you, normally we don't have directly bank credit. What we do, we will keep a clearing account in between. Right? We say tax payable account. Right? Because why we need this? This is what we believe we have paid, but the money is paid when the bank confirms it, right? Then only money is actually paid, right? Rich?
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
So now, what happens is, at the evening we get electronic bank statement. The way we can configure electronic bank statement, we are not covering electronic bank statement today. Right? We are doing automatic payment program only. But as soon as we upload this bank statement, what it does, it is a confirmation. So it will clear this account. So it will have an entry tax payable debit main bank credit 6,000. So it is clearing the clearing account. So which means it's an official confirmation money has left the bank. So your books is matching with the bank books. Right? So everything happens electronically in SAP. Right? You make a payment here. When you make a payment through automatic, there is a transaction code F110 we will use today, through which it generates a file. We log on to SAP, bank software, and then we can upload that file and bank will make payment. Right? We are sending one file to the bank, and then in the evening bank is sending another file to us that we can upload in our system, and which will do this clearing activity in the background. Right? So functionally we understood. In terms of accounting, I'm trying to make more sense now. Now we will do configuration, how it works. Right? So first thing first, I want you to create two accounts.
No, there's one more thing as well. Actually, these guys are getting confused. Which account will come where? Will it come in P&L or asset or liabilities?
So, okay, who is getting confused?
Are you getting confused?
A bit, okay.
Yeah.
Me.
Even is wise. So
Yeah.
Okay,
that's why
let's
even they are creating a jail account, but they are not creating in a proper place, so that book won't be maintained properly.
That's balance sheet.
Balance, yeah.
That's balance sheet.
which one?
Yeah, clearing account.
Clearing account, bank account, and everything.
Yeah, it's
That's
Cash
balance
account is asset.
That's
asset accounts. So, okay, let's ask basic question to ourselves. When we create a GL account, what determines it is balance sheet based or P&L based?
If
Or
it is
yeah,
asset and liability, then it's a balance sheet. If it is income and expense, then it's P&L.
going back to that question again, what determines whether it is an asset or liability, or it is expense or a revenue? How do you know this is an asset or this is an income? I can buy a laptop, right? I can buy a laptop. Laptop can be an asset as well, or it can be an expense as well.
Expense as well. It
So-
depends, like a company is
Yeah, it's
thinking like that the cost, that how much up to cost want to do as a expenses or how much want to do as a assets. Like we
Right.
got like 500 limit. If it is more than 500, we need to do as a assets, and then we can reduce the cost every year.
Yes, absolutely.
Depreciation is considered as expense.
Yes. See, income and expense, we don't have any problem. This is what we do on a day-to-day basis, right? If there is whatever income we are getting, it's an income. Expenses we know, petrol cost, groceries, traveling, this and that. Then the third thing is the cash you have, maybe somewhere in your house under the carpet, right? That cash, that cash is an asset. Right? Cash is an asset. The bank balance you have, it is an asset. The outstanding mortgage you have to pay, it is your liability. Right? The rent which you haven't paid, it is your liability. Right? So we will do a separate session for those who are struggling with accounting. Right? But let's keep it simple, and we will start configuring on the system. So I want you to create two accounts. Tax payable account and main bank account.
That's zero.
Okay, create three accounts. Check payable account, backs payable account. These two will be open item managed, but the main bank account won't be. Right? Checks payable, backs payable, and main bank account. I am repeating the same thing again. These two accounts will be open item managed. Line item plus open item managed. Main bank account will be just line item managed. Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one are you? Yeah. Line items.
You said checks and backs, they both will be open line items.
No,
Yes.
they are not different. No, not this one. No.
Main bank is also
line item is
It's not a G00.
Yeah, line item. This is an open line management.
Shall you select post item automatically?
No.
That's clear. Good in banking, yeah. Then, yeah. The 2010 is the new plan. Yes, you can use the same number again.
If you can pay attention for a quick few seconds, I want to show you how you can create a GL from an existing GL with W template. Anyone has used this option? So what we can do, I have just created 30007 backs payable. Right? I want to create a checks payable account, right? Which is more or less similar to this account. Most of the things are same, right? I can click. I can input the new GL account number which I'm trying to create, and then I click on W template. Already been created. Okay, now I need to create
you need to
9.
11, 12, and 13.
Right? Then it will ask me to input the number which is a similar account, right? And a company code. Oh, not city. See, I'm
We still
quite used to with my company code. And then as soon as I click on green tick, it will copy everything. All I need to do is just change description. Rest will come automatically, right? And then I can save it. So this is a shortcut if you want to create GL account quicker. 9, 7, 9, 10.
and it's main bank account. That's the one.
Even the main bank account will go in asset.
No, but some asset, it is overdrawn.
When you're doing the statement, yes, and account both this.
Statement has got credit debit shift. So if it is overdraft, it will automatically consider to be a liability. Because there are no strict rules for that. Because the same account can become liability as well.
I was thinking on my head.
When you're doing the statement, you do that setting. You get ECB the finance, automatically goes in the.
The main account is not open item managed.
The clearing of
Yeah, that's the message. Yeah, keep, what is that? Green tick. Keep in your local currency.
Is it done now? Everyone has created? Krish?
No chance.
Take your time.
Home company. logged in with a different username.
Yeah.
Yes. This time it's different. This time most of the time me and the refresh together. Once in a week we use. Yeah, but we always connected with the Google Hangout. It's this thing. Google Hangout.
So am I?
For video conference.
Yeah,
No, go. No, he logged in with a different username, which is his homework company. So he created a GL account in it. So just using a different username, how come it went? I mean, using a different username, we can still go and select the company code to create the GL, is it?
Yeah, why not?
you know, same rights.
If he doesn't have any restriction, he can.
Same rights.
And where was that? Where we can go and change it? Since say you logged in, I logged in from my HW01, like that username and password. But I want to create user
SU01.
new GL in classroom work company.
You don't need to switch user. You can do it with your existing user ID.
Okay, that will be SU01. We can go and pick where we want to work. Which
No,
company
SU01 is to
is
create,
to create
a user account.
That's to create user account. But then how we select on which company code we need to create the new GL account?
It's there on the config. It is asking you for a company.
Oh yeah, when we create it, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Main bank account is the balance sheet account, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's next to the numbers.
Like when we're doing confirmation from one user account to the another, I don't know what you're asking. I have the same problem. I can't use
No, actually, I didn't like it was a common thing. I didn't think of it. Under the GL account number, there is a company code you select. So no matter which user is there, if the user has access to it, so it's, even though we are logged in as homework, but we can create the new GL in the classroom company.
It is like if you have a Polycom driving license, you can drive any
Drive
car.
any car.
So it is not constrained.
Hmm.
Like if this user is there, he's working on CW01, then he is the only one who can do that. There is no such thing.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we proceed? Have you created?
Yeah.
Okay. So the config starts from 1T code. Everything is under 1T code. Right? With IMG, there are 6 IMG activities, but everyone prefers this T code, FBZP. FBZP. Customizing, maintain, payment program.
FBZP.
FBZP. Father Bravo Zebra Papa.
And what does it do exactly? What does it do?
Automatic payment program. Maintain payment program, it says.
Then why we need F110? F110.
That is to make a payment. That's end user activity.
Okay.
But end user will only able to use F110 since we have this config in place. Then only they can use it. And we will do F110 as well.
Isn't it dunning required before doing this? Dunning,
No, dunning is not required.
that's the chaser.
No, dunning is for the customer. This is
Oh
for the
yes,
vendor.
this is for the vendor. Vendor payment.
You guys are reading ahead. Dunning, dunning we will cover it. Don't worry. This
No,
is
in the last session
We
we
did
ended
dunning
as we'll
last
do
time.
the dunning, and that was
Monthly
going to
statement
take
thing.
some
Yeah,
extra
we-
No,
time.
no, no, yeah, monthly statement
So we
thing.
haven't done that.
No, we haven't done that.
no, we
We
haven't
haven't
done
done
dunning.
We did customer
Down
statement.
From where I was then.
Down payment.
Yeah, we done down payment.
Down payment we
Down
have.
payment.
No, we were going to do it, and you said it will take another 1.5 to 2 hours.
Yeah, because I wanted, because this is the most important thing.
Yeah,
I thought let me cover it first.
yeah, it makes sense.
So in these steps we have 6 steps, 6 activities, right? If I click on the first button, all company code,
Sorry, sir. You know, FB SAT P. What is it used for?
It's a maintain payment program. It's a configuration
Okay.
activity so that we can make payment electronically.
Okay.
It is very simple. In layman term, if you have to understand, right? Imagine we all have decided to going for a party somewhere in the nice restaurant, right? Then at the end we have to pay the bill, right? So someone has to volunteer. Like out of 10, I think we are 10 today, right? 6 people will say, I'll pay, right? Let me pay. Right? So all company code is all of us, right? Who can pay? Those people have got power to pay, right? We all carry debit cards in our wallet, right? We all can pay. But willingness, very few people will show, right? Paying company code. Right? It happens. Even there is 3 company code we have. One company code will only have a bank account, and that company is paying on behalf of few other company codes. Right? Imagine there is a 3 company A, B, C. A has got bank account, B and C doesn't have bank account, right? Business bank account. But still, B and C can buy things from vendor, but the payment A can make on their behalf, right? So this is paying company code, right? The other thing is payment method in country. What if I give him 5,000 rupees, take the money? He won't accept. Give me a pound, right? So that is the third step. Right? So system doesn't know. System doesn't know who is making payment in which currency. We have to give instructions. So that is what we are doing. Who can pay? What is the mode of payment? Right? What currency they can pay? Right? Then payment method in company code. Again, when it comes to paying, there are 3 ways you can pay: cash, you can pay via credit card, debit card, check they won't accept, right? In our situation, but check is also an option. So mode of payment, and then bank determination. I have got 5 cards in my wallet, right? I can choose one card which I have balance, right? I have HSBC. Oh, sorry, it's already on my overdraft. I mean, I'm overspending. So I think, okay, in Barclays I have some money, so let me pay from Barclays, right? So that is bank determination. So it is as per our, in layman term, the way we deal when it comes to payment, and it is beautifully designed in sequence, right? So step by step we are giving instruction to the system how we are going to make a payment. Right? System is asking us a question: who is making payment, how you are making payment, in which currency you are making payment, what is the mode of payment, right? Which bank account you want to select for a payment, right? That instruction we are passing on, right? So the first thing is click on the all company code, right? And we have to include our CW01 into this list. So click on new entry. CW01. Put CW01 on sending and paying company code.
You put one.
Yeah, sorry. What is sending company code? What is paying company code? Paying company code is the actual company who is making a payment. Sending is if someone on someone's behalf, if you are making payment, right?
Here we can we put a multiple code at this place? Say if I want to pay for my housework company from the
Yeah, you can, but keep it simple since you are doing it for the first time.
Yeah.
In that case,
Once you are good enough, then we will tweak it. I'll ask you all ifs and buts. Don't worry. But let's on the first instance keep it simple. Otherwise, you will get lost while trying to make it complex, right?
I mean, in that scenario, sending company code will be HW01 and paying company code will be CW01, isn't it?
Sorry.
Like if he is paying from CW01 for his HW01.
Yes, you're right. Click on the save button. We are not maintaining anything here.
No tolerance, nothing.
No.
Well, the tolerance we already done on the master.
Sorry?
No, just thinking aloud, sorry.
Yeah.
Right? See, the one which we did last time was have you saved it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change.
No, I saved it, but I didn't change the short description. I should be 0. Can I change it now? Or
Yeah. You can. What you can do? Find your company code in the list, as you can see on the screen, and double click there. It will come up, and then you can change. See, these two options are for the special GL. If you want to make an automatic payment program to do a down payment as well through this, then we can select. Right? For down payment, I can select A. Once it is blue, it means it's selected, and then click on the green tick. But you don't. We are not trying to make any down payment at this point of time. Why it is not letting me do that? Yes. But don't include A. I'm just showing you what is it.
You saved it.
I saved it, but it shouldn't be a problem.
short description, sign section. I didn't change it from H to the 0 1 to 0.
Okay, let's.
Or you are taking about the request, change request.
Yeah.
He's asking about the change request.
Change request.
Okay, click on the
change
green tick.
request, short description we are changing, isn't it? Like if I'm working in say the 0 1,
Transport request it up.
transport request. I kept it
Oh,
as
you
H
want to
the
change
0.
that?
Oh,
Yeah.
You can't change it.
You can change it through SE10, but leave it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good practice. Okay, go back and let's do the second step, paying company code. Okay, select the one which we have, KP01. Right? KP01 and click on the copy button. And put our name.
This KP01 is designed by, like, it's been done by you guys, isn't it?
Yes.
So when we're doing an actual configuration, what we copy?
You can copy whatever you want. What you need to do,
Like in real time, if we got to copy where we don't have KP01, do we just go and select the GB?
no, you don't have to copy it. It is just to make it quicker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you can design right from scratch, right?
in real world you need to create it.
In real world, you have to, because I'll show you why we are doing it. Okay, let's create one from scratch. Have you copied
No, I
it?
mean,
No, I
that's
copy it, yeah. Save it.
that's okay. I mean, that was just a question. I don't want to like waste time on it, but it was just a question. If we
No,
don't have
the
that-
reason why I did it, because I need a form assigned here,
okay.
right? And I don't remember the form name, right? But I remember it is there on the one which I have created.
Yeah.
Okay, let's-
I've got a problem.
Yeah.
It basically says CW01 does not exist T001. Check your entry, and also For you, I think your currency was GBW and mine is
Wow.
KRW.
You have not copied KP01 then. You're copying something else.
Oh, KR. Is that
Yeah.
KR, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
So leave it like that. Go back. That shouldn't be a problem. Those who have saved it, select it and delete the one. Delete entry. Select the entry and click on the delete option. Right. Let's create one from scratch.
New entry.
So wherever, when we are creating anything where we copy, we can always create a new entry.
I see the best practice is I can go through each of these,
Mhm.
and if I like something, I can copy this. I can double click and check what
Okay.
it contains. Right?
Click on
No form assigned. Okay. Have you deleted your entry? Okay. Click on new entry. Type CW01. Minimum amount for incoming payment. Minimum amount for outgoing payment.
Sorry, I haven't deleted it.
You have deleted.
No.
Why? Can you have a look, Mani, please?
Yeah.
Is it done?
Currency is different.
Sorry?
Yeah, currency.
Currency. ZAR.
Where is this ZAR? ZAR.
Switzerland.
No, South African. South African rand.
South Africa.
As soon as you will put an amount, it will go out. So this is the minimum and maximum amount for payment we are entering. Right? Minimum amount for incoming payment and minimum amount for outgoing payment. Right? We are saying £1. Right? That should be the minimum.
what is incoming payment?
You can collect money as well from customers.
But we are doing it for vendors only, right?
Yeah, right now we are doing for vendors, but while we are on the screen, we are inputting that amount.
We receive some.
We are not doing end user activity, we are doing configuration. Right? So, sorry, you were saying
We have
something.
received some money from vendor as well. Like if keep buying from you, suddenly we are in credit with you, like something we return to you, we go credit note. But we don't want to make any more of the transaction. We're gonna request to you, okay, Mr. Sham, please, we're now gonna have a business with you. So whatever the credit note amount, please return us as a check.
But this is automatic payment program. With automatic payment program, there is a mechanism through which you can ask your customers to sign direct debit mandate as well electronically, and you can collect payment as well. Right? Once you do this, I will share. I have got a very nice document for that thing. You can collect payment as well. So when your customer's invoice gets due, you can do a payment run to collect money as well. Right now we are making payment to the vendors, right? But SAP has got that functionality. You can collect payment as well. For collecting a payment, the transaction is F111 instead of F110.
Sam, I'm still getting an error. It says CW01 does not exist in T001. Check your entry.
It's O you are typing, not 0. What is it?
CW01.
Yeah,
Oh.
see?
Oh god, I do such silly things today.
Okay, shall I proceed now?
Yeah.
Okay.
difference.
Shyam, I have one question.
Okay.
Let's say a vendor is a customer, right? And if we do this activity, then will system calculate the difference or the same amount of transaction?
Well, what is the best practice functionally?
I think a same amount instead of difference.
What do you mean? Let's put it in description. Vendor is also a customer. We bought something for £10,000. We sold something for £15,000. What do you want to do? They should make us £15,000 payment, and we should make them £10,000 payment, right? So if it is customer is vendor, they do interclearing, and whatever the difference is, either we have to pay or receive the money.
But for recording, means for keeping the record, all company I think do this.
No, you can literally manually clear invoices against each other. It is not like that we have randomly decided, oh, difference pay that. It happens in the actual system, right? You can clear those invoices against each other. Customer invoice can get cleared against vendor invoice as well.
But that is in the clearing. But actually, when the data entry happens, when someone in the two department they are doing account payable or receivable, the end user will enter those invoice. They are two different people, so they will enter in the account as sold and as purchased. But at the time of payment, only this system will work out, isn't it?
System will work it out.
Yeah.
Whatever the
But
difference
different.
is, right? But having said that, it is their job. If it is vendor is a customer is vendor, they have to do a manual clearing first, right? Because here you have time, because you are doing one thing at a time, right? When you do F110, you are making payment through that transaction. When you are doing F110, you are receiving payment. So at that point of time, system is only looking into vendors, right? Because this is how you do it. So rather than making that complex, it is better to clear those items against each other. So it is as per the best practice. We can do both ways. System doesn't restrict you, but this is more a functional question rather than technical, right? How we should do it. Okay. Now here we don't have form, but I'll tell you what is this form for. Right? When we make a payment, you must have heard something called remittance, right? When you make a payment to a vendor for 10 invoices, you are sending them a remittance saying that this amount, £5,250, is meant for 10 invoices. I'm paying this £500 invoice, £600 invoice, £85 invoice, right? So that remittance which we are sending. In remittance, we are mentioning everything explicitly. Your invoice number this, our invoice number this is the amount which we are. So that form in SAP we can design, right, with the help of an ABAP through a transaction code SE71. There is a SAP script, we call it, right? Forms you can design in SAP with the help of an ABAP. Those forms are called SAP script, right? SAP script is an old technology. Nowadays, they have got smart form. Now, after smart form, there is something new which has came up. They are called Adobe forms, right? So there are three different mechanisms through which you can design a form, which you can send electronically to your vendor, saying that the amount which I have paid is for those invoices, right? But here the configuration which we are doing is a paying company code level, right? So think in terms of the example which I have given you. We are going out and someone is paying. Someone has decided he is paying, right? So the minimum maximum payment we have £1, but the remittance form which we are going to design, this is purely for this company code, right? Purely for company code. What I am trying to say, you might choose to have a different remittance form when you are making BACS payment or check payment, because it's a completely different payment, right? In check, You must have seen car phone warehouse checks, right? When you used to claim back those what we cashback, right? So that has got underneath it is a check, and on top there is a remittance,
Yeah.
That's
right? So that is a form which is designed here, right? In that screen they must have got some form, and they can attach that form. But when it comes to back, it is different. The form is completely different. There is no check assigned to it. The payment is made electronically, but still there will be a remittance, right? So there are two different forms we can assign, but this is here system is not asking for any mode of payment here, right? This is a generic form. We can choose to have a generic form, right, which we can send. But when it comes to method of payment, we will select those forms, right? So just save it.
Now here the currencies are same. What if they are different?
What do you mean?
Like minimum amount for payment is we have chosen.
No, here it is not asking for this. See, this is your company code.
Company code currency.
This is your company code currency. That is why it is showing you. Foreign currency valuation is a different topic altogether.
Paying company codes.
So it is GAR.
Yeah, if you just put enter, it will be
Hit enter, it will come in GBP. Okay, click on save. Go back. Let's go to the third step. Payment method in country. What third step says? Payment method in country. So it will have a list of all the countries with allowed payment methods. So FBZP configuration is generic. Imagine if you have a 5 company codes, you can have a same mechanism FBZP for those all 5 company codes, right? What I'm trying to say, you have a 5 company code, 3 companies are in UK, 2 are in France, right? The method of payment which you are selecting is different for each country, right? So here it is, this is where we can give the detail of the mode of payment which we are going to configure for each country, right? So what we will do, first of all we will find GB, and we are using
Is the first one, eh?
So it was
Yeah, it's
only-
on.
yeah, got it. So double click on E. We don't have to do anything here, but it is very important to have a look on this screen. What it says, country is GB, payment method is E. E stands for BACS transfer. And it says this payment method is for outgoing payment, right? The payment method classification, it says bank transfer, okay, in which, if it is a bank transfer, what detail you need? See, there are two payments, right? Check and backs. What is the difference between these two payments, check and backs?
You don't need a bank account.
What is required? If it is a backs payment, you need a bank detail of the person whom you are trying to pay, right? If it is a check payment, what do you need? You
Just
don't
the
need
name.
their bank detail, right?
Company name.
Address.
Account name.
Their address we need, right? So that we can post that check, right? So if it is a backs payment, we are saying bank detail is required, right? And there is a form for UK. This is the format GB backs, which is widely accepted in all UK banks, right? So in this format we have to send file to the bank. This is acceptable by all UK banks, right? Same file we have for Europe. It is called SEPA. You know, somebody have heard SEPA? Single European Payment. I don't know. E stands for what. So all the EU countries have agreed all the banks have agreed this is the common format they can accept, right? So if someone is giving them an instruction, all the EU banks, all the European banks, they have unanimously agreed, if we are getting instruction for payment in this format, it is accepted, right? So it is just a bank format, the way you send file to the bank, the format of the file, right? So right now we are using GB banks here, right? And this is important. Posting detail, document type for payment, clearing document type, right? Because through automatic payment program, system is automatically making payment. So what document type it should use in the background? So what we are saying, for payment we are using ZP, and clearing we are using ZV, right? We can we can change. Let's try to change this. See how it behaves. Instead of ZP, the one which we know for vendor payment is what? KZ. Right? Let's select KZ. Select KZ for both. We don't want to keep a clearing document type separate.
What is clearing document type? What is that?
When you clear,
Banks payable and bank transaction. Is that the line?
this is an invoice. This is a payment. When you make a payment, it will create a clearing document number, which is referring. If you open this invoice, if it is a clear invoice, it will have a separate box which says clearing document number. They will have a clearing document number against each other. So when the document gets cleared, we can choose to keep a same document type or a separate document type. It will generate another number which is a clearing document.
Which is called the posting document reference. Allocation.
Yes, allocation reference.
Allocation reference.
Exactly. Right? So here again KZ, vendor payment, right?
Yeah.
And click on save. And green tick. So the most important thing in this screen is this format and the document type. Right? What document type which we are, and this is what we are doing for backs, right? Likewise, we can do for checks as well. We are not doing it. I'm just showing you. If I'm doing for check, I can keep a separate document type for check. Right? What is the significance of keeping a separate document type?
To identify what that belongs to
How do you identify?
with the
With this
document type number, like ADKMS, what it stands for.
No, that's fine. Yeah, can you explain?
No, I was just telling the same thing.
No,
And
no.
what is your question? I think we didn't.
Okay. What is the significance of document type in this instance? Why it is important? It is better for us to keep a separate document type. How it will be helpful?
So we know that this one relates to the payment, vendor payment.
Is very, yeah, you're 100% right. See, the way it works, document type generates document number ranges, right? Imagine for backs you have a number range starting from 18, and for check you have number range starting from 19. Why just looking at the document number itself, you will know this is a check payment, or this is a backs payment, right? So that simplifies your process. This is how the business knows. When they see 51 number, they know this is an invoice, right? Which is coming from SD, sales and distribution, right? If it is a number 14, then it is created in finance. This document is created in finance. So this is how they know it, right? So we are not touching check. Check will be for your homework, right? We will do a backs payment today. Check payment you have to do in homework.
Just
Isn't
a
it already
question on the screen. We have two options: outgoing payment and incoming payments. So, if I want to have incoming payments for UK in GBP bags, then do I need to create a separate line?
For what?
Because I can I select both the terms together in the same screen?
No, you cannot. So you need to copy existing E and make something else.
Yeah. Okay.
That you can do it. I'll share that document. Once you guys practice this at least 3, 4, 5 times, I will share it for collection as well. Very nice document. If you explain the procedure in an interview, the interviewer will get very impressed because very few people are using that functionality to collect payment from customers. Right?
Now, sorry, my question might be very silly, but
Yeah, absolutely
what is
fine.
document type exactly?
Document type is a. What is document type? I want you to answer.
Because so far you have used document type, but I want to know and
What is document type? Come on.
For every transaction you made or for every processing of things you do, there is always document generated behind it.
Different nature of transaction. It is document type. Right? When I invoice my customer, it's a different transaction. Right? Different nature of transaction. Different nature of transaction. For each nature of transaction, you have document type. And for with each document type, you have number range associated with it. Right?
in business terms or in SAP, the document type you need to say.
In SAP term. But how you can correlate with business? Again, business will have, if you want to categorize whatever activity they do, let's put this word activity. Right? Business is doing different activity. What are those activities? They are selling goods, right? They are receiving money,
Receive the money,
they are buying goods,
Yeah.
making payment, they are doing credit note. These are all activity. Each activity is document type. In
Or
simple
say
terms.
short name of it. Say AB means you're making a purchase, AC means you're making a payment. So, am I right? So it's a shortcut created for every type of
Kind of
transactions.
So, document type derives from account type ADKMS, right? When you say D stands for customer, then DR is an invoice, DZ is a payment, DG is a credit note. Likewise, K stands for what?
Vendor.
KR invoice, KZ payment, KG credit note, right? So it is nothing but different nature of transactions.
So at the end of the day, when we finish the whole thing, are we going to be like looking for a job in one specific area, or it has to cover everything? But generally, we must know everything because it's quite a lot of things to put together.
So you're looking at the competition between us.
No. See, every individual has got different strength, right? He is very good at IT, mobile application. So there is a whole market, FICO, with some mobile application, that kind of thing he can fit in, right? He can be more client facing, right? He has got some insurance and accounting background. You have some accounting background, right? She has got bit of HR, so she can be more around integration as well as FIC. So every individual is different, right? But SAP FICO itself is an ocean. If you go to any consulting company, big consulting firm, in my firm I can do anything. FICO, SD, MM. I've been taught to do SD and MM as well. My company has paid for SD, MM, ABAP training. I had all those training. But in a bigger consulting firm, you are doing very specific thing. Someone is just doing GL on
That's
the GL
it, yeah.
side of thing. Someone is just doing asset accounting. One guy is specifically for accounts payable, just to support them.
The vendoring, yeah.
And they know inside out. When it comes to accounts payable, they have a very minute knowledge, right? But for us, we need to understand the whole FICO. And when I say whole FICO, I think we have so far we have covered 50%. Once we finish this, right? And I don't think it is in terms of doing it is not very tough, but to understand it and correlate things, that sometimes become more complex. That's why I keep on repeating same thing again and again, because it took me years to correlate things, right? How it works, how chart of account, if you have a common chart of account, what is the impact about account group which has been shared by multiple company code, what is an impact of that, right? And if you remember, we have done a session for group chart of account and country specific chart of account as well. What if you have a group chart of account, where do you assign it? If you remember, country specific chart of account, right? How do we, because you need, at the end of the day, you need to do group reporting. There is a company who has got 42 company code across the globe, 8 continents, it is working, right? For every country, they, imagine for UK, they have got 3 company codes. They want to report to HMRC under one chart of account, right? That is country specific chart of account. But the headquarters are in America. They want to see a bigger picture, all 42 company codes. And now they want to do a reporting on group level. So what is group chart of account? Right? So that we have seen, on config I have showed you, and I'm sure I will repeat it once again. But these are minute things, those who have worked for many years, I'm not saying they are not good consultants, but it is very easy to miss something which is very apparent. Right? Because it's a huge area, SAP. Okay.
Here, Joe, again. What are those payment method classifications? It says bank transfer, it's okay. Check, I think it says spelling mistake. Or it's
No,
actually the check.
this is how SAP spell it. Check, not CHEQUE.
Is it?
Yeah,
This is
Yeah,
German.
because
this is
general
German
terms,
English.
yeah.
German English, that's
Oh,
why.
okay. But then what is bill or something?
Bill of exchange.
Bill of exchange for import
For
and
import and
exportation.
export, yeah.
Okay.
Who can explain bill of exchange here? Okay.
I was just no. Bill of exchange is kind of a document.
For clearing your goods.
Which
or the-
provided by the bank.
Okay, I'm just thinking. How shall I put it? When you do some export and you need to do a payment, it's basically a document you prepare and a bill of exchange which gives an authority to the another bank. With all the documents, payment documents, you need to attach bill of exchange documents which says amount and the receiver or the bank or the company, and that needs to go along with the other documents. If that bill of exchange is not there, it's a legal document which has to be there to authorize the actual payment. If bill of
You are
document,
importing or exporting?
it would be in the both. It will come in the payment side, bill of exchange, but
Okay.
mostly in export. Mostly in export.
So what it does, I'm exporting something to my customer somewhere in Africa,
Yeah.
right? What that document tells.
For clearing of your
It's about the clearing the payment only. It doesn't relate to the customer.
But how the payment will get cleared?
But where the payment comes first thing, I'm not getting that. I'm exporting, so I will receive the money. I'm not going to pay anything.
No, that the bill of it can be come in the both side. Like you receive the money and you pay the money. Bill of exchange. I mean, I'm telling you my understanding. I could be wrong,
I
but
don't know anything.
yeah.
So I'm
But
just-
bill of exchange is one of the legal document where you authorize the bank that this is one of the required document
I
that
think that
it
is a
has to
document
go
which is
with the other
authorized-
documents.
It is authorized by the bank that if you deliver these goods, you will get the money from our side. That is called, I think, below.
And like once I send the
Bank,
bill of
bank is acting as a mediator.
yeah.
Well, my understanding is like when you're receiving or exporting goods to foreign country, like for example, we are importing something, so I have to submit my bill of lading with my bank, and I have to when I go to port to get my stuff, I have to show that I made a payment. before I go to the port to receive my stuff,
Yeah.
I have to make a payment. I have to take a proof with me.
It's a bank guarantee. Bill
Yeah,
of
it's a bank-
exchange.
No,
Yeah,
that is
so-
a bank guarantee. But bill of exchange is
Like
like
not similar like a bank bill of lading and bill of exchange. What is the difference between that?
bill of lading is it's a bill of lading, which means
Is it an invoice to clear your goods at the port?
it tells you the details about your shipping details. It's a bill of lading.
Yeah.
Bill of lading.
Is it the bill of payment means it is a document, it is a legal document which is binding the buyer and seller into the contract, explaining the value of the goods in terms of money and the full description of the product. What I am going to get, suppose I am the importer, Samba is the exporter, then what I am going to get in terms of goods and what he is
It
going
is
to
a one
get
type
in
of
terms of
promissory
money.
note.
Yeah.
Promissory.
Correct.
It's a
Even
promissory
check
note.
is bill of exchange. If you don't know, right? This is a piece of paper which has been designed
Required
by the
law.
bank,
Yeah.
which will have a marker and everything. You know that strip
Yeah,
they have.
street.
It's a piece of paper, right? But it's a bank guarantee. Since you have got it from bank, it is a guarantee with your signature. Bank will trust this. Okay, this is the check. Okay, make a payment to that person. So there are different. It's just another mode of
Yeah.
payment.
I remember that because I made a mistake in typing in
Are you-
words.
Are you awake or
And
sleeping?
I
No,
didn't
I'm just
receive
thinking
half
the thing,
$1
I
million
understand
dollars.
the payment method.
So,
So it's
it was
basically
$500,000
even if,
plus
like
dollars.
you said,
and
even if something
because I
wrong
made a
with the spelling
mistake in
with this check or
typing
anything,
in the
bank
words,
knows this
in
payment
preparing
is
the
from
bill of
that
exchange,
particular account person.
and the
We
money
need to
didn't
make
come,
the
and
payment
there
to
was
this
a
particular
discrepancy.
person.
Yes.
So we
So
will
that's
just
why I remember.
amend the mistake. And
But I didn't
pay
know
that
the
one person.
significance of it, like what it is. For me, it's just a required document by law.
Bill
the
of
bank.
exchange in our raw language, we can say you might not understand, but in our language there is a word called hundi.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Hundi, you know hundi?
You don't know, in our language, kundi means ass. means ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hundi. We had a famous saint thousands of years ago. He wrote a bill of exchange to a god, and God
Narsi
has
Mehta.
passed that
Narsi Mehta.
hundi.
Mari
Right?
Hundi Svikaro
So that is-
Maharajare. Shyamala Giridhari, yes.
So there was a story. So bill of exchange in an Asian mode of payment, right? So
It is like a guarantee, you know, that person give it to other person. That if you go there, you will get the money definitely. Yeah.
So let's proceed, right? So since you have saved it, now we will move on to the third section, fourth section.
Shall we take break?
Yeah.
You want to take a break? Okay, let's take a
We
break.
create
Oh, we
this
didn't
one
save
payment the
anything
same
on
as
that
that one, na? Payment
We
method
didn't
is
save
something
anything on
more.
that page.
No.
Okay, let's do one step, 2 minutes, then we will take a break. Payment method in company code.
What if the company decide to cancel the check? They can't cancel that check, isn't it?
They can.
They can.
Yeah.
But you already given
£8
them the
charges to cancel, to stop
this
the check.
no this particular payment method, Billex. Billex.
Bill of exchange. You mean.
Yes.
If they want to cancel it.
Cancel it, yeah. But it's already guaranteed. The payment method is, we are saying it's already guaranteed.
As long as it's not been posted or something with the
If it is not paid, then they can cancel it.
They can cancel it if it's not paid.
The charges will occur.
it charges to like
Okay, select the KP01 here. Let's make it little bit faster. I will explain the content which it contains.
We select all three types.
got, yeah.
So select C and E only.
No, yes.
No, not
Yeah.
C. Oh, sorry.
E only.
KP03. KP01.
Just one?
C and E. Select C and E. We are using check and back. Direct debit we are not using at the moment. So click on copy. and instead of KT01, CW01. Hit enter. It will ask you for the second time, but this is for payment method E, right? So again type it CW01. CW01.
Is there any function in it that
The
up
first time was
up
free.
over £5,000 or over £10,000 payment, it needs another person's authorization before the system creates a payment automatically? Like, you know, in his case, he was mentioning like dual control for the payment. Is there something like in this configuration that
Tolerance group.
tolerance group that will be?
That will be tolerance group. Here you are not controlling. You are controlling minimum maximum amount, right?
Okay.
Here you have maximum amount, but this is not for an individual. This is for the whole payment program. What is the maximum amount for this payment program?
The whole at once.
Yeah.
Okay.
So individually, if you want to control, we can control it through authorizations. Right? Save this. We will take a break, and I'll tell you the form which we need to assign here. There is no form here, but we will assign one form here. Save it and take a break. Then we might need another. Today is okay if it is till 2 o'clock. Yeah.